The same principle can be found in any other material. Here is a bag that used to have, this is like from a case of water. Anybody in their right mind is going to throw this away. Of course, I'm kooky, crazy, nutty. I'm not going to throw this away. I'm going to convert it into a fabric just like I did the sock. So I'm going to use the same principle. I'm going to try to cut around the holes, around everything, and I'm going to make it usable because I don't like the shape. And so what the goal is to try to convert this plastic that anybody would throw away into something that is usable. I'm converting it into a fabric, and I'm trying to do this as fast as I possibly can so that you can easily see how I am doing this. So we got 1, 2, possibly 3 pieces of, I'm calling it fabric. You know it's not fabric, but just for the purpose of this video, I'm converting it into fabric. So there you go. In 2 seconds, I got 1, 2, 3, 4 workable plastics from that one bag. I'm going to follow up with a separate video, and I'm going to show you something very practical that you can do with this plastic. Please don't throw it away. Here we have an empty food box. The girls ate all the Pop-Tarts, and I'm left with the box. People are going to throw away the box or recycle. If you really want to recycle, you can recycle it. I'm going to show you how to convert it into a fabric using the same principle we just did. So the key here, we're going to open it up because you don't need it. When I say open it up, I mean flatten it out is what I meant to say. So you're going to open it up, and now when it's like that, it's a little easier to work with. Get my household scissors, and I'm going to cut a little bit away from the seams. So cardboard boxes have something called seams. It's a little easier to see on the inside where it bends. I call it a seam. I don't know what it's called, but the bends are seams. So I'm going to cut a little bit before the seams. And again, you see how sloppy this cardboard is. I'm going to convert it into a fabric, which means I'm going to cut it into either a square or a rectangle shape so that I can work with it. I'm trying to do this very fast because I want you to see how easy it is. You don't have to spend hours cutting things into a fabric or converting things into a fabric. You could just do things as fast as possible. I'm quickly converting 1 Pop-Tart box into a fabric, and then I'm going to explain what you can do with this in just one moment. All right, I'm almost done. I have this last panel to do. It is taking me a second, but it is going to be well worth your time when you see what I'm going to do with it when I'm done. So here are all the scraps. The scraps, most likely you can recycle it. No problem recycling it. Here are the panels from the Pop-Tart box. You're going to say, what in the world are you going to do with this? When my girls were growing up, we did a lot of finger painting and painting, and I used this because I couldn't really afford to buy some of this fancy, artistic drawing paper, so we just reused what we had. So I cut all the boxes and I made it converted it into a fabric, meaning squares and rectangles that you can work with, and the girls painted on it, and they were happy, and I was happy because I didn't have to spend money that I didn't have. And so I just used it. They loved it. And then when they were done, we just recycled it because paint on cardboard is recyclable. So there you have it. I hope that you enjoyed Lena and my presentation on how to convert things into a fabric. A very practical skill for Earth Day and Earth Week.